In today's video, I'm going to try another flower bloom. In my last video, I used some pinks and purples, and in today's video, I have some turquoisey greens and some blues, and then I have a really dark midnight blue that I'm going to be using along with the gold to blow out and create cells. And then I have my house paint for my base, so it's a really nice thick paint. I'm going to be using my little hair dryer. This worked pretty decently last time. And then I have a 16-inch wood surface that I'm working on, and I have it set up on a cake stand so I can spin it around. I have it taped down so that it doesn't fly off when I spin it. And then I also have taped down a couple of extra stir sticks so that I have a little handle that I can use to move things around. I'm just going to start by putting my white down and just using up some leftover paint, and I'm going to use a spatula to spread it out. So I just want to make sure that I don't have any lumps in there, but I just have my nice little metal spatula so that I can smooth out my paint before I start adding my colors. And with my wood surfaces, this is just a wood round. It's 16 inches. It's a 1/2 inch thick, so I'm not too worried about the wood warping. So I don't prime mine beforehand, but if you're worried about it, you can always put some gesso down or some primer. But for the most part, I just use them as is. I'm working in a, it's actually a little pool, so it folds up. It's one that you could just take outdoors. I've seen other people use the inflatable pools, and it just works really well to catch all the paint when you're spinning something. For me, it works well, especially for this technique where the blooms or other techniques where you're spinning your design and you have paint flying off. The little pools kind of catch everything. So I'm going to put my colors right in here. I have that nice ocean green. It's one of my favorites. I haven't used it in a while. And then I think what I'm going to do on this side, I'm going to use some turquoise, and then on this other side, my really lighter color, so that when I'm blowing out, I have a little bit more of that turquoise green on that side and a little bit more of that darker bluish turquoise on that side. And then I'm going to put some gold down, and then I'll get some of my darker blue, and then I'm just debating on if I want to add a little bit more. And then I have my really nice dark blue, my midnight blue color. And I'm going to use that midnight blue as kind of the base of the flower and the stem once I blow everything out. And I'm using a little bit less than the last time. When I used black, I kind of put it over my entire puddle of color, and it just really took over. You didn't see as much of the purple in it as I wanted. So this time I'm just kind of keeping it towards the bottom. And again, I can always adjust. If I don't like the way it looks, I can always try adding a little bit more paint and blowing it out. But for right now, we'll see how well this is going to work. So I was going to spin it out a little bit, but if I do, I'm going to lose a lot of this really nice like flowy edges that look like the petals, so I'm not going to this time. I think what I'm going to do next time is, instead of, I've been putting my puddle of color right in the middle, and I think next time I'm going to go lower so that when I blow out my colors, if I spin, those edges will still be on my canvas and it'll kind of move my flower design down a little bit. I may tilt just a tiny bit to see if I can pull it down, but the colors are just beautiful, and I got a bunch of really, really nice cells in there. So I am really happy with the colors. I have my really dark blue, so I'm going to use this, like I said, as the base of my flower. Kind of move this around a little bit, create a stem, and then maybe tilt down. Actually, I might tilt now. There we go. That actually, I have enough paint on. Oh, that looks much better. It's creating more of, I've got that little V shape now of a flower, and I'm gonna do the stem. I'm gonna take my spatula here and just smooth out some of that white. There's quite a bit on there, and I don't need all of that. So next time I can use a little bit less of the white. I don't need as much. I've got some really nice color throughout the piece. I really like that edge right there and that edge. That one obviously went off a little bit. That's fine. But that really nice dark blue, it's a midnight blue color, is just beautiful, and I've used it before with some airbrush pieces and some other paintings, and it just turns out really, really, really pretty. So I'm gonna tilt just a tiny bit more. There we go, and I'm gonna leave it. That's a little bit better. That looks, like I said, I think starting it, my paint puddle a little bit lower, like a third up and then 2/3 where you're blowing out would be a little bit better, but that created a really nice flower shape. I'm gonna add a little bit more and then create a little stem. And I think I'm just gonna let this one dry now. It's hopefully, I'm gonna cover up a little bit of that really light color. There we go. And you can always touch it up once it's dry too. So my blue is kind of sinking just a little bit into my white. So I kind of want to pull that out. I may add a little bit more once it's all dry. But I just had a little wispy of color there and I liked it, so I'm going to just use my spatula and pull out a little bit more. I'm not really liking, I like that one. I don't know how I feel about the one on this side. That's better. So I may cover those up with some white. I'm going to pick up some white paint here. Get it instead. Got a little bit of color there that I need to cover up. So right now I'm just touching it up. Let's see. Yeah, I think I will have to maybe touch this up when it's dry, because I'm picking up that blue. That's better. But I do like those little wispy colors there. So yeah, so I'll just take my paint. That looks nice. cover up some of that blue that was showing through. And I'll leave it. There's just a little bit in here that I would remove, but I don't want to keep pulling that blue out and ruining it. So I'll probably do that once it's all dry. But overall, I'm really liking this. That Southern Ocean blue is kind of that mid-tone that's going up through there. Love it. I really like the way that all that dark blue created some really nice cells. And then the gold, I think, will pop a lot more when it's all dry, but there's gold going through there. So overall, yeah, so this one, next time I'll bring my paint down a little bit and we'll try it again. Maybe we'll spin it out and see what it looks like. But overall, this one turned out really, really pretty. And I think it's fun doing it on a larger circle like this, like a 16-inch one, instead of going small, so that you can really get a lot of nice detail and blending of color in there without really losing a lot of your paint. But I hope you guys like this video. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching today, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I do put out a couple of videos a week, and I will see you all in the next video.